Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Look, Dad. Cherie's back.
The broom is your war.
No sign of the child. Reckon my steel's just as good as any. Flawless. Oh, ceaseless rill, guide.
No sign of the child.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, The Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith, and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own mother crystal.
But that's impossible.
As they were soon to discover, aye, far too late. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant Walius.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Walius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
The sign of the child.
You don't think this?
I can't.
Just...
Is everything...
You're the outsider. I'm Fannet. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long...
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too.
But...
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, and my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treat. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me.
I'd be happy to.
You can. Don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this. The trouble is, Talor's too weak, so while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his...
Right.
Oh,
I do. Though not from the forge. Fannet asked me to speak with you.
I see.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me,
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. Suppose he might have been a bit more...
when you say out and about, where does...
just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fountain. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go...
Greetings, stranger.
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's.
His eldest Talor's never been ill a day in his life.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior.
I suppose so. What? Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I...
Well, that certainly does sound unusual, and it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything.
Nothing conclusive. Lazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor... He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast.
The forest? Surely not.
But then...
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's ill. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small...
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying... Oh, no, it's a lot to ask. But would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are...
What is...
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast.
Bastard things. Oh, I never should have let him go alone. Take me one of my... You! Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Hey? Oh, sorry. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest. Would you help me find him?
I can try.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place.
Shula told us about it.
Right. So you know the cairns we used to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and... If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are 2 cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near...
All right. How will I know?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean. If you could track him down and...
Very well. One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Stranger. Are you a rider?
I am.
Oh, I can smell it on... And not just any stables. If I had a guess, I'd say you're... Ambrosia, eh?
Well, she's tall and...
You're joking. You've...
I have, yes.
This I've got to see. Can...
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's very It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip.
He would. All right, then.
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side.
You one of the outsiders?
I am. Shula,
I am.
she's asked to see my chocobo, but I need...
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that...
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around.
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or 2 to keep her calm on the journey over.
And, where would I...
Oh, don't ask me.
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, so I suppose I'll go and ask...
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies.
Oh! Leave me be.
Like this, Nan.
We've got a few rooms going spare now. You want a bed for the night? You speak to Martin.
I remember you.
She's very well.
Oh, don't thank me. Anyway,
I was hoping to purchase, and I thought you might be able to tell me...
oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens.
Really?
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few... Just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh?
I will.
Oh, you're very welcome. And in times like these...
We certainly do. Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Anders' father waiting. ready, girl? Time to fight. This won't be easy. Too slow. No holding back.
Ah, there you are. And this must be Ambrosia, was it?
I have the mimic or two.
Thank you kindly.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Well, we made it.
You did. She is as white as snow.
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia? Good girl. Run like the wind.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is, then. Back to the stables, girl. If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark. What are they up to? Some sort of ritual. Sorry to disturb you. Let's see what's on this altar, then. A silver chain. I doubt the Tombury's made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
You're back?
I did.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tomburys be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomburys are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombury curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the...
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a...
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was...
I beg your pardon?
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but...
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When me father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expert. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Grieger's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past.
All right.
Thank you.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to... We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some...
I am, thank you.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any. Good tide to you.
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
My lord, may I speak? There is a matter with which...
Of course, what is it?
Please.
Something serious?
Yes. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your... But the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the...
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. But if it is who I think it, would you go and see?
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we...
Perhaps. Just promise me that...
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man...
The customer?
I'll explain later.
If we pick too many of the flowers, there won't be enough.
Come on. A bottle. Breath of the arbor. Perfume from some...
Who's there? Stop!
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
No! No! Hang on! I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this. Are you all right?
I'm more than all right. I'm saved! Oh, I could kiss you!
Maybe you should introduce yourself first.
Hervey! I knew it was you.
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary, it's been so long.
Thank you for saving him.
Who is he?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
One of many clients? We spoke every night of our plans, and then you upped and vanished without so much as a word.
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but that we could never be. And I told you not to look for me.
The flame of your love was as a beacon in the night that guided...
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and...
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose how many leagues across the bay?
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey to a... That was when I knew for certain that my...
Oh, why did you come? You should have forgotten. I cannot leave my people, Hervey. And now that you... We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh, my little canary.
Please, come and see me later. But first, follow me.
To the end of the...
He should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself. I doubt anything could have kept that man away. Let's go.
forgive.
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. Though Mysidia is our sanctuary, there are certain necessities that it can. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall. Yet few are the opportunities for followers of a strange.
And so you supported your family as best you could.
I did. And I have never regretted it for a moment. I also found. But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret to him.
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Mysidia, uninvited visitors.
I see.
That was before my time, you understand. I've never had. Yamila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. It was me who decided to make the trip to shore. This was my mistake, and I shall bear.
Thank you, tributary. I only beg you to remember that.
I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen to. The whole family must.
Of course, tributary. Come what may.
Bastard things.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Straight home now.
Ready, go?
Well, here's the cairn. This is the mineral Pavat was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell.
Faster!
Who have we here? I'm looking for a man.
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the can. What do you want with the lad, anyway?
Apparently he ventured out to work on one of these cairns.
Well...
You're a hunter, yes? You must know the woods.
There's a bridge further down the path. Blasted thing got washed away. But if I remember rightly...
Maybe.
Don't mention it.
Let's hope so. Hold on! There's a good boy.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the tributary's guest. And you?
I am? But how do you know that?
Your friend Katav asked me to look for you when you didn't return.
I'm sorry. I was so focused on attuning the cairn, I didn't see those creatures coming till it was too...
How exactly do they work?
Oh, there are crystals inside. They're what keeps the glamour. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel.
And an important job it is. But you'll struggle to do it.
Yeah. No, the truth is, me and Katav usually work together, watching each other's backs like...
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did. My arrival seemed to put them...
Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back to the village then, Nassef. Woods are full of nasties today.
When you're next in Haven, be sure to come and see us. You saved my life. It's only right I repay you.
If you insist. was this place?
An old settlement, we think. It was already long abandoned when our people arrived. Leviathan drowned it before it could be fully explored.